Right, we're just about to head out now. We're going to be heading out in the dinghy. It's been, well, you can see it's pretty rubbish weather, but it's been very windy last few days, so we aren't taking the big boat because it's going to get windy again later on. But there's a bit of a lull in between. It's still rough out there, but in the bay it's not too bad. So we're just going to go check a few pots in the bay and have a look around. We did think about fishing, but to be honest, tide's going down, water's kind of murky, so not good for that sort of fishing really, not unless you're right on the fish. So we're going to head out and just see if there's anything in our shallow water pots. Right, here we go. It's a hard one to grab, so it's only got one little bob on it. Move things around a bit, there we go. Right, this is pocket pot. I mean, it's not too bad out there, but once you got out beyond the light, it would get pretty heavy. Like I said, it's all about getting the boat out and in, because again, tomorrow we've got 25-mile-an-hour winds again, so it's going to be like this all week. We might get out the end of the week though. Right, here we are. Do we have anything in this one? Nope, just little crabs, that's all. Right, that needs kind of bait, doesn't it? Because that bait is that old mackerel. That mackerel's crap, to be honest.
So I just top it up or take it out?
I would try and take a little bit out if you can, because I reckon that puts it off, to be honest. That mackerel. Once that mackerel goes off, it seems to stop things catching. So that's why I don't like mackerel so much.
Dump it over?
Yeah, just dump it over. Mackerel's alright when it's fresh or when it's day old. After that, it's just horrible. It turns real nasty, and they just seem to avoid it. That'll do. So we don't tend to use it that much because of the congers we get in pots. So they just fill up, every other pot would be full of a conger if we baited with mackerel all the time. And I think we're going to be baiting with what, mackerel?
Well, yeah.
Put a bit of mackerel in that one. What have you got? I know you've got a wrasse there, but what else you got? Yeah, put a mackerel in this one. I'd rather save the wrasse for the other ones. Right, I would drop it. Drop it here, that'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Right, we are lifting ancient, no, the other old pot, not ancient. Ancient's coming up soon. Something in there. Yeah, I think we got one, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Is it big enough?
I think so.
The excitement builds.
Let me just get it.
Go get it.
Size lobster.
Ooh, lovely. Look at that.
Yeah.
That was worth coming for. Right, super.
I'll have to put it down there.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant.
That's a lovely one. Well, worth popping out then. Put a wrasse on that. I'm standing up just looking for the dark areas of reef, because obviously we haven't got a sounder or anything, so we've got to do it all the old way, the old fashioned way. Just wondering, because that pops over there, but had that one moved, or did this one move? Did none of them move? Hard to say. If I know that's on weed, then I know exactly where to put it by the other bob, you see. You must have a big lobster in that one. You can barely lift it.
No, it's just slipping.
It's slipping, it's fighting back. It's got a giant lobster in it. Is it off the bottom?
Yep.
Might have an 8-pound crab in it or something. Dream, dream. You gotta have optimism in weather like this, I tell you. Here it comes, here it comes. It's here. Oh, it might be full of crabs, that's why. Lean back. Always full of spiders, this one. Let's have a look. Look at that lot. Oh, there's a brown crab in there, little one.
A couple of brown ones.
A couple of brown ones. We'll have a look at them as they come out. I'll just push us up so we don't drift so far back. Right. Spider crab. One spider crab. One brown crab. Quite a hard shell on that one. Another spider, over he goes. Go on his own. Another spider, over he goes. Another spider, male one. Another brown. See the difference? Completely different shape. Yep, he's gone. And another little spider. Okay. To be fair though, at this time of year you don't get an awful lot in the bay because one, there's a lot of boats have been potting in here during the summer, and two, you get a lot of bait and stuff ends up over the side as well, obviously, with all the thrown over bait, the old bait, plus the people if they got fish, that sort of thing. And on top of that you've got lots of sea life that's over here, sandeels and all sorts that they can eat. So just going to spin it round. And to top it all off, normally they're changing their shells about now, a lot of lobsters, so you get this lull where it gets very quiet for a few weeks. But there still are lobster, and hopefully we can find one or two like we just did. We've got one. See if we can find any more.
Should be nearly here.
These went round, definitely went down the edge, I'm pretty sure. Unless they rolled on the edge. There's nothing in that one. Well, small crab. Just a small brown crab. And they're not going to get many crab in these because they're because of the small necks, obviously. You can put a whole mackerel in that one. But do it in a minute. Get the other pot in. Boy, it tightens up on you because look at that, that's frozen mackerel. Still looks better than some of the stuff I see being sold. and a fish. Little fish, but nothing else. There's a little beauty there. Up. Right, get him over. Up, like a Formula 1 fish.
Yeah.
Go on then, drop it. Like that one in there. I got a suspicion that one's dragged back to them. I don't know if they're on the reef or if it's dragged back. I'm going to say it's dragged back, but... And if it did, you know what it did, didn't you? It dragged back, hit the reef, sat there, and the lobster went in off that rock because it went right up against it. That's always a good thing in a storm. If a pot goes right up against the rock, it'd be good for lobster. Now this is our final pot this morning. Can we get anything out of it worth keeping? This is a slightly heavier pot, this one.
Don't worry, it won't be a problem for me.
Not this time, yeah. Now your muscles are
That's it.
all the pot lifting. Well, that's it. Oh no, that we know where it is. Look, because it's near that thing.
Yeah.
That's all right then. We've got a marker. Only just, because you can only just about see that marker. Yeah, this is a heavier pot. It's got 4 sachets in. I'm going to spin you around because then you can see the waves coming. Might help you when you're pulling it. Because the trick with pulling pots is don't just force them up like some people. You see some people come in, they start hauling them like crazy. After about the 2nd or 3rd pot, they're absolutely finished. You've got to work with the waves. As the waves go up and down, you gain that rope. When you're hand pulling, anyway. Of course, it's all the lobsters that are in there as well that's making this extra hard. And there might, and you know, the extra big crab that'll be in there as well. That said, oh, I'm going to join the party. It is a slightly heavier pot though, like I say, it's got extra weight. Because it's a single pot, we weight them heavier. Did I see a splash or was that the sea? Probably the sea. No, I did see a splash. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Everything is a pot.
That is, hang on,
Yep.
hang on, put it down. Hold on, it's just ripped on something. Put it down. There we go. So another lobster, excellent. And what else we got? We got baby crab.
Very pale one, that one.
Another baby crab. Are they all males in there?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll stop her going from under the seats, that's all. And a 3-bitted rockling. Look at that. If you get those, they're going for the bait as well. Cool fish. Going to put the rockling back. Sometimes we keep them when they're a little bit bigger for bait, but this one can go home. He's decided to stay on the surface. He says safer up here. He'll go down in a minute. Look at him go.
Just look at what's over there.
Yeah, he's look at him. He's like, what was that? What was that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he tried for it.
Yeah.
He didn't get it though. He's still trying. That fish isn't going down. It's weird because I don't think they've got swim bladders, so I'm surprised it was staying up. I suppose he's powering along. No, not for the pressure thing, just the fact that he should just sink down anyway.
Yeah.
Right, the pot is baited. Now I've got to find the marker, which is over there. Right, time to head back to shore.
We have landed.
There we have it. 2 nice lobsters from a quick trip out in the dinghy, just checking those few pots. Just shows, get yourself a little dinghy just offshore, a couple of pots, and that's what you can have for the table.